What is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Friday. We made it to Friday. Noeli, what is happening? How are you? You're the first one to say hello. What's going on, Noeli? What's going on in Noeli's world? Robin, hello. How are you, Robin? Ambi La Juicy, what's happening? How are you, Ambi? What's going on in Australia? Susie, how are you, Susie? What's happening? Fernando Lewis in Southern Arizona, what's going on? Heather Garcia, hello. Rachel Berry, what's going on? Ramon Martinez, greetings. Lady Boomer, hi. Lisa Cardwell, hello. Kay, hi. Papi Chulo. It feels kind of weird saying that for some reason. I don't know why. Jentastic, what's happening? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Uh, Jen, have you ever seen that one? I think it's a movie called Tom Thumb. You can check it out. Nevaeh, hello. Paul Ritzler, what's going on? Sarah McInturf, is that what it says? Mackin something. Trudy Parker in Australia, what's going on? Crystalina in California, hello, Crystal. Debbie O'Neill, good evening. Ambi is sick. Damn, really? Like what, cold flu type of sick? Or what type of sick we talking about? It better not be morning sickness. That's what I know. Elizabeth O'Neill Macias, what's going on? Sharon, hello. Sharon said it's good morning. Damn, that's scary. Sharon, where are you? Are you like across the pond? Where are you? Because it's 9:38 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. Nevaeh is in the old Pueblo, Tucson. Very cool. Heather Gladney is in Tempe. What's going on, Heather? Mary Langham Daniel, good evening. How are you, Mary? Octavio Olivas is in Roswell, New Mexico. Very cool. Darlene Lisa, what's happening? Denise Amarillas, good evening. It's freezing here. Loving every second of it. It's freezing in Australia, really? Wow. Judy Holder, what's going on? Queen Creek Gal, good evening. What's happening? Rachel Berry, Carol Tafoya, what's going on? Bakersfield, California. I was there last year in March. I thought Bakersfield was looked cool. I mean, I didn't go everywhere, but it was kind of cool that I stayed at the uh, downtown, so it was really cool. Cora Schooner was happening. Marcos is in Phoenix. Hello, Smoke. What's going on? Nicodemo Scarfo, Native American. What about Native American? Am I Native? I'm not Native American. No. Screech. Hello. Nicodemo scam. What scam are you referring to, Nicodemo? Sharon is in the Netherlands. I don't know. It's gonna take me forever to remember that. I don't know why. Ambi has the flu. Damn. Get better, get well very soon. Rachel Berry, hello. Barbara Jatho, is that how you say it? Everybody give Jen thumbs up. Give her thumbs. She needs thumbs up in her life. Liz Hernandez, thank you. Bless your heart. Gabrielle, good evening from the Windy City. Hello. What do you talk about in your lives, Nevaeh? Today we'll talk about. We have a lot to talk about. We have to talk about Carla's video today. Celeste. There's a news article on her. I saw. I've Somebody forwarded it to me today, and I put it online for you guys. So what does the article say? Let me see. Basically, it kind of gives the description of it's a truck that hit her at 10 o'clock at night on Tuesday. She was crossing the street, jaywalking. She wasn't at a crosswalk. I think the truck was just going and just hit her, and they took off. They didn't even stop. So they're in trouble. Angela Edwards, hello. How are you? Barbara is in Memphis, Tennessee. Very cool. Robin, 100 degrees say in Northern California. That's not seasonal, right? That's not, it shouldn't be 100 degrees up there. It's 100 degrees in Phoenix today. I felt that. Danielle Williams in Texas. Hello. Robert Tobar. Good. Hello, Howard. Good evening. Hello. Happy Friday. Ashley, what's going on? It's cold in Australia. Wow, it's so interesting. Trudy Parker in Australia. What's going on, Trudy? Are you freezing, Trudy? Heather Gladney, do you see the homeless on 7th Avenue at Circle K? I see the homeless everywhere in Mesa, in Glendale, in Peoria, in Phoenix, East, West, South, North, Central. I see homeless people at Circle K, QT. I see them everywhere. They are, you can't miss them. Nicodemo, why are you here? We got nothing better to do than just be a knucklehead or what? Nothing better to do on a Friday night. Don't be a knucklehead, man. It's so weird. People that, are haters or whatever, like, isn't that crazy? Just come into like a chat to talk crap. Isn't that weird? That is so weird. Nicodemo Scarfo, huh? Cool. Knucklehead, man. Bunch of knuckleheads. Bye, Nicodemo Scarfo. I'm sure you make your mom proud being a tough guy online. All the thumbs up for Jen. Hi. Lavari Gamboa, what's going on? Hello. Judy Holder, hello. Arlena D, what's happening? Richard, be happy, hello. Anita, good evening. 100 degrees in San Bernardino. Wow. Kim Hansen, thank you very much, Kim. Take care of yourself in Portland, Oregon. I appreciate you. MK is in Georgia. Very cool. Roger Bond, thank you for everything. Are an 80 your videos are an AA meeting for me, bro. Roger, stay on the right path, man. Keep going to meetings and keep your sobriety in check. Okay, you matter. You're important. I don't know you, but you matter. Okay, so keep working hard on your sobriety. Roger Bond. Trudy Parker says not cold in Australia where she's at. Wow. Kim Hansen, homeless are everywhere here. I am one. Yeah. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, it's so weird how different cities police homelessness and addiction and all that. It seems like in Seattle and Washington, they kind of fuel it even more, make it worse. So it's really politics, really interesting. Instead of helping, it makes it worse. They make it worse. What a trip! What a trip! Ashley, you said it's 100 degrees. Is that Fahrenheit? Damn, you know what? I think so. Yeah, it is, right? 100 degrees. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Fahrenheit. It's just hot. I know it's hot for sure. It's hot. It's like an oven. Joe for real is in Maryville. Awesome, man. Stay safe in Maryville. Angie Arnold, what is going on? Hello. Danielle Williams is feeding the cat clan. Danielle Williams has a lot of cats, a lot of kitties. Teresa Roberts, how are you, Teresa? I haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been, Teresa Roberts? Kim Hansen, 7 years and counting. I'm doing super good, Teresa. I'm highly blessed and highly favored. Imagine wasting your life trolling on the internet. Yeah, isn't that weird? Like people can go to random lives and like talk crap about somebody they don't even know. Are you Native American? Are you this? Like, what does it matter, dude? Isn't that weird? Nicodemos, what? Not Nicodemos Scarfo. His mom is proud, I'm sure. Paul Ritzler, did you want some caramel cold brew M&Ms? I do not, man. Thank you. Sharon says we don't have a lot of homeless in the Netherlands, only in Amsterdam and Rotterdam. What's your guys' population? Your population is like this much compared to the United States, so um yeah, it's just different comparing those countries, those little tiny countries. We have cities that are bigger than you guys. We have states that are, so yeah, just in California, there's 40 million people just in the state of California. 40 million people. That's a lot. I think Spain has like, 50 million people in Spain, right? The whole country of Spain has 50 million people. And, so so yeah. So your all of your crime, your homelessness, your drugs should be like minimal because your population is really tiny. Teresa Cud, what is going on? Hello. Do you give the homeless people water? Yeah, I carry a cooler with water in there. Yeah, I carry, and the weirdest thing sometimes is say no. I already have enough water, so sometimes I get told no, but yeah, I carry on water. I have Narcan. I have, so it's really hard to carry everything. People, oh, you should carry tissue, and you should carry blankets, and you should carry toilet paper, and you should carry. So it's hard to be everything for everybody, but yeah, definitely water is easy, to kind of carry around. Nina Beverly, thank you for being here. Yeah, we don't really discuss other channels, all their drama, their nonsense. God bless those folks. We don't really bring that in here, to be honest with you. We focus on the Carlas, the Celeste just passed away, instead of nonsense, that's elsewhere, So we just pray for those people and yeah. Kim Hansen, also therapy. Yeah, these videos are therapy for my mom. I have a brother that's out in the streets. He's doing G, unfortunately, and I have his youngest son here in my house, and my mom is helping raise his two other younger kids. So it's really unfortunate. Addiction affects a lot of people, not just the addict. So, and I'm living proof that I'm affected as well with addiction. Um, so yeah, it sucks. Addiction sucks, So these videos are therapy for my mom. When when I interview somebody, she's like, "Oh, I feel really bad for that person's mom because she's a mom and she knows how addiction affects people." Leanne Thomas, hello, how are you? What's going on? Susan G, what's happening? Robin, thank you. I appreciate you. AZ Raven, thank you. Kim Hansen says, I'm a self admitted alcoholic here. Kim Hansen, keep working hard to get to sobriety. You matter. You're important in this world. Uh, I don't know you, but you're part of the Big Lip family, the Big Loss of Phoenix family, and just keep fighting for your sobriety. Okay. So do what you need to do to get clean, to get sober, to live. Um, you know, addiction caught up to Celeste, addiction caught up to Angelica, addiction. Um, uh, Migs was able to beat addiction. Addiction almost took Carla about what 4 or 5 days ago, almost this close to taking Carla. Thankfully, she had Narcan in her purse that her friend used to revive her. You know, thank goodness. Can you imagine if there wasn't any Narcan? She might have passed away. 22, 21 years old. Sad. Leslie Brown, what is going on? Leslie, how are you? Dawn, RV destination unknown. I'm waiting for a great weekend. Sharon says my daughter is addicted to ADHD medication while I clean for 2 years. Sharon, congratulations on your 2 years of sobriety, and I really hope and pray that your daughter gets off of that that medication. That's not good either. You know, it might not be blues, might not be strong like blues or G, but it's still, you know, consuming medication is not good long term, right? So Gonzalez Entertainment, that's not nice, man. That's really not cool to say that about people. You wouldn't want that somebody saying that about your sister, your daughter, your mother, right? Because we don't know your mother or your daughter or your sister, just like you don't know Carla. So you can't really go around claiming that, you know, Carla is a waste, because no human is a waste. Okay, so don't be like that. It's not cool at all to be like that. It's really not needed. A lot of knuckleheads in tonight. Why so many knuckleheads tonight? What's happening? Gonzalez Entertainment. Well, stop wasting your time with a loser. So first off, I don't know if you're 12 years old, 15 years old, but give the phone back to your mom, your little mommy, okay? Before she comes in here before she comes into your room to spank you with the belt because you're misbehaving. You don't know how to spell wasting, okay? It's not WAIST. That's waist, around your waist. Um, that's where your mommy's gonna take off her belt and spank you. But uh, I'm not wasting my time with Carla. Don't worry about my time. Don't be concerned with my time, man. Have a good night, Paul Ritzler. Have a good night, Gonzalez Entertainment. Maria B, what is going on? Hello. Hello. Brianna Casillas, I hope that Carla gets the help she needs. I hope so too. She needs to save herself. When she told me that she had OD'd 3 days prior, that's really scary, man. You know, that's scary, because sometimes you don't come out of ODs. Sometimes ODs win, you know. So, gosh, Michael Bashaw was happening. Ashley says I was blue lighted to the hospital a couple weeks ago with heart issues, and they gave me intravenous fentanyl and made me feel really good. I can understand why these people get addicted. Wow. What does it do? Like numbs you? Like you don't feel anything or what? Angel Tate, what is going on? Michael's relaxing after a busy day, busy week, huh? That's awesome, man. Relaxing is good. AZ Nature Chick, what's happening? Gentastic says, as long as they are breathing, there is hope. Absolutely. There's always hope, hope for sobriety, hope for recovery. Um, just live a better life, instead of being close to death. It's scary. Any update on Crystal? Which Crystal is that? I think I've interviewed a couple Crystals. Ashley says, I just felt like I was floating with G with no zero worries, just my own little world. Wow. Teresa Cut says, Carla's a good person. She's trying to battle addiction. So sad. Hope she turned her life around. Yeah, I firmly believe that. I think she's a good person. She just lost, man. I don't think she ever had guidance. She never had a father. Her mom, not really stable with work and her relationships, and that might have traumatized, Carla. I don't know all the particulars, but that's kind of my sense of it. Luke Dorado in Austria was happening. I also got morphine IV after my car crash in the hospital. It makes you feel like wrapped in cotton. Oh wow, man, morphine, huh? I've never been on morphine or fentanyl. So Ashley Quintana, your superhero, may God bless you always. Your videos saved my life. Ashley Quintana, thank you very much. I appreciate you. How did these videos save your life? If you could expand on that. Kim Hansen said people are jumping from bridges where you're at. Man, that's sad. Eileen says there's always a reason why people go down that road. People need to have more compassion. Yeah, it's true. She has a daughter named Esmeralda. Is Crystal light skinned? I think it was she was really young when I interviewed, right? 18, like 2 years ago. I saw that Crystal like last year. She didn't want to talk to me. She was with some guy, just out of it. So sad. Lexington Felix, what was going on? The Chosen Kidder was happening. Portland is a sad place, man. Luke Dorado, sadly, fentanyl is 50 times stronger than morphine. That's crazy. Yeah, can you imagine? So you felt morphine, Luke. You felt with morphine, right? Or you felt numb. 50, can you imagine 50 times more numb? Damn, that's death. Internet Days, good evening. Hello, how are you? What's happening? Leslie Brown says, I was given Dilaudid after back surgery and went into cardiac arrest. Did not feel good. Damn. So you had back surgery and they gave you Dilaudid. Is that like a pain reliever, like a number, or what just numbs you? Is that related to fentanyl? Man, that's sad. Pamela Maltese, hello, what's going on? M1 World is in New Mexico, Albuquerque, Burque, right? You guys call it Burque. I was there 3 years ago with Billy the Barber. I want to go back this year, so I really want to go back and interview people at the War Zone. The War Zone. Albuquerque is a mini Phoenix. Albuquerque and Tucson are like twins to me, and there's just people everywhere on every corner. Really bad. A lot of knuckleheads in here tonight, right? So weird. It's a narcotic. Wow. Alicia Delgado, what is happening, Alicia? How are you? Ashley, is a street fentanyl the same as fentanyl in the hospital or has been tampered with? So the difference is the one in the hospital is if it says 50 milligrams, it's 50 milligrams. If it says 30 milligrams, it's 30 milligrams. It's quality assurance. It's made in the lab. It's goes through all the process to make sure it's not deadly. The stuff on the street, zero quality assurance, zero testing, right? You can get a pill that has 1,000 milligrams of strong of fentanyl. Could be a 10,000, could be 5 milligrams, could be 50 milligrams. You don't know what you're getting. It's like a gamble. So it's counterfeit. It's not real, so it's really sad. Sad, sad, sad. Kathy in Pennsylvania, what's going on? Hello. Ashley Quintana, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Leanne Thomas, prayers for you. Have a blessed night. Take care of yourself. Internet Day says I lived in Albuquerque for a couple years, but it's kind of a mess now. I go through there on my way to visit in Colorado. Wow. Rita Raymond, I hope and pray Carla makes out of this, makes it out. Yeah, me too. It's been 3 years. I've known her for 3 years. I met her when she was 18, right? So 19, 20, 21. Man, she'll be 22 October 2nd. What a trip. Wow. We've seen her grow up a little bit, does she look different to you guys? She looks she doesn't look like the 18-year-old Carla that I met, right? She didn't talk back then. She wasn't talking at all. Um, she didn't have a voice. She didn't put makeup on. She just had a t-shirt, you know. But now she does her eyebrows and her nails, her hair, so she just looks different, like she's growing up, So, man, Alma Sexton, art you really try to help Carla? It's sad she wouldn't take your good advice. She's not ready. You can't force her. You can't force her. I can't. Hey, get in. I'm gonna take you. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. So they have to want to go. Kathy said we thought she was like 16 when you first interviewed her. So no lie, I was driving when I met them. I was driving and I saw a dude. Actually, they were kind of arguing, bickering. She was in a shopping cart. She was in a shopping cart, and he was standing, and they were arguing. They're like visibly arguing outside of a church's chicken. So I did a U-turn and I parked and I was just kind of observing them. I'm like, damn, are they homeless? Yeah, they're homeless, right? It took me, 2 seconds to determine that they're homeless. Um, and they had the little telltale signs, right? The dark fingers, right? Black fingers because of the soot, the smoke from smoking that crap. Um, they look disheveled, not not clean. So okay, they're homeless, they're doing blues. But that girl looks 12 years old. She looks really young. So I was really when I approached them, I was I I brought up the age gently, to not offend them. So yeah, it was really interesting, that first time that I met them because I wasn't sure And she didn't look like 18 at all for, and she looked anywhere from like 12 to 15 to me. She looked she was small, like short, little, right? Not a lot of weight on her, very thin, skinny, and just a little baby face, no makeup, like a little kid. So I was just kind of wondering about that, but yeah. Brenda Medlock, what is going on? Hello. She looked like a kid. Brenda Medlock says, "Art, hi, Art family. Back, my mom's sick and I'm caretaker. I hope your mom gets better, Brenda." Screech says, "I used to think she was lying about her age." So you know what? How much crap I got? When I uploaded her first video, people used to be, "Oh, call the police. That's a little girl. She's 50. Call. Did you call the police?" And and with those people, you know, you so I'm like used to like people, the trolls, like the trolls here, the trolls, on the videos, right? Just people being kind of knuckleheads, like, so what happened was that I uploaded the video and right away her family reached out to me, right away, and I confirmed with her mom, her brother, and her cousin that she was in fact 18 years old. I got confirmation right away because they saw the video, and I felt okay, cool, she's 18, right? But people wouldn't know that because people just make assumptions online and whatnot. So God bless those folks. They matter too. Jenny Lee, what is going on? Rita Raymond says, "Remember when Migs pulled Carla around with his bike and she was in that little wagon?" I remember. I do remember. Stephanie says, "I hope Carla finds the strength to get clean. She's still young, so much more life she's missing out on." Yeah, super sad. Hopefully, hopefully soon she decides to. I mean, the way she was talking about the signs recently, I've been getting signs, like Migs is clean. I had an overdose and I lived. Yeah, those are big signs, Carla. Those are really big signs that you need to take heed and listen to before you're gone. Santana Rose Chavez, yes, definitely. Hopefully your brother's okay, Santana. I interviewed Santana's brother. I can't remember what his name was, Gilbert or Raymond or something, a long time ago. That was like what, 3 years ago that I interviewed him. Hopefully he's okay. He's doing better. Cora Schooner, when I see Carla on your videos, I just want to give her a big hug. Yeah. Kathy says, "I'm so happy Migs is clean. I really am. My heart happy for him." Yeah, everybody's happy. He needs to stay sober. He needs to keep fighting and stay away from temptation and stay away from partying and all that bad stuff, because that'll take him back to to where he used to be. Vina, what's going on, Vina? Santana says, "Yeah, he's sober now, 3 weeks. Thank you. His name is Gabriel. Is was just asking about you. Maybe we can do an update soon." Awesome. Tell him I said congratulations on his sobriety. Gabriel, keep going, keep fighting. You matter too, Gabriel. I appreciate you. Thank you, Santana. Screech says that is so true. She says she did not ever think Migs would get clean. I hope she realized that it's possible for her too. Yeah, she needs to really focus on herself and just get better, get well. But yeah, I really hope, I really think that with that news article that they'll catch the guy, the person that ran over Celeste. I think they'll catch that person very soon. So, a $2,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of that person. People, places, and things, they say to stay away from state. Yep. Catalina Medina, yes. I really think, I mean, when you get the media involved and that neighborhood, everybody kind of knows each other, a blue truck, so I really hope somebody does the right thing and turns that person in so there's accountability and justice. Um, she was homeless, she was mentally ill, she was addicted, but she did not deserve to be ran over. Even though she jaywalked, like the dude should have stopped and rendered aid. He should have stopped and like try to help. If the person would have stopped, and just stayed, he like it wouldn't have been his fault because she was walked into traffic not at a at a crosswalk. So that person wouldn't have been at fault. But when they took off, it became a felony, a crime. Celeste was 32, 32, 33. Have you heard anything about Sabrina? I have not. Yvette Martinez, how sad. Why would somebody do that to her? I don't think it was intentional. I think, I think she might have darted or stumbled into traffic, and it was 10 o'clock at night, dark, and the person ran her over. As probably an accident. If you would have stayed there and try to help her, or just stayed, don't move your car, wait till the police come, they're gonna find him not at fault. It's not your fault, dude. It's just an accident. But when they chose to leave, it became very serious. It became manslaughter. Man, this is Martha, not Armando. I want to say I'm from that neighborhood, and they will find him. Awesome. It's most likely somebody in that neighborhood. 10 o'clock at night. It's most likely somebody from that neighborhood, and they should find him. Itzel Hernandez, the driver will have to answer for their mistake at some point here or in the afterlife. Very true. Everyone knows everyone there. Yeah, it's a small community. It's a everybody knows everybody, right? You guys all go to the same store, same place to get gas, right? Everybody knows everybody. Yeah, you're right. Good night, Cora. Have a good night. Dorothy Zabornak, what's going on? How are you? Hello. screech for them to run. It makes me think they had something to hide from the law. Very possible. In that community, there's people that don't have documentation to reside lawfully in America. There's people that don't have insurance. There's people that don't have registration for the vehicle. There's maybe he had alcohol. Maybe he was speeding. So yeah, who knows what the reason? It could be a lot of multitude of factors, but gotta stop. Stephanie Gaitan. Haven't seen that name in like months. Where have you been, Stephanie? Did you get married? You get divorced? Are you expecting twins, triplets? What's going on? Athena Rodriguez, another name I haven't seen in a long time. Athena Rodriguez, what's going on, Athena? How you been? Armando Agosto says probably do what? Probably do, yes, maybe from yeah, I mean that's possible. That's an area that's very yeah, recent immigrant, like, arrivals basically, right? That community. So it's really sad. Stephanie Cobb, what's going on? Taylor Yote. Last I heard, Sabrina went to prison, but I haven't heard anything else. Stephanie says, I'm single, not pregnant, super tan, been at the river, eating tacos and brushing my tooth. Hey, all in that order. Single, not pregnant, dark, right? Dark because you're tanning at the what river? That's awesome. That's funny. Sounds like you're having fun. Tacos at the river, can't beat that. What is my email? My email is lostinphoenix at yt. Wait, lostinphoenixyt at gmail.com. Baby Diva, what's going on, Baby Diva? Athena Rodriguez says, I've been doing great. Hope you're doing great. Miss watching the lives. Yeah, I've been doing super good. Athena, I'm highly blessed and highly favored. I can't complain. Whip It said, I finally made a live. Awesome. Whip It good. Crack that whip. The good life. I missed lots of things. Yeah, Stephanie, get back in here, So don't forget about us. Marcos, are you gonna go live when you interview the homeless people? I'm not. Kathy Art, thanks for all you do to help others. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you. Athena says, Amen. God is good every single day, Athena. I hope you're doing good with your family. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in, man. You guys have to check in because it's a crazy world out there. It's everything's so expensive and just crazy out there. So a lot of it's like the pandemic made mental health worse for everybody. Sad. Kim Hansen says, I am Cherokee Iroquois, and I laughing my ass off at the white man getting pissed at the same thing they did to us. Mm, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody should be laughing at anybody, right? But yeah, I don't like saying a white man because I don't think brown. Like I wouldn't want to be called like a brown man. I would find that derogatory. Just my name's Art. Call me Art. I happen to be from Mexico, right? I'm American, so I personally don't partake in that stuff, right? But yeah, Stephanie's Burger Biter. You're looking for who? Jessica, the Burger Biter. Native is native to our continent. Native is native to our continent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when people, so I always remind people about like history, right? So people say, oh, like they'll say the white man stole Arizona, California, New Mexico from Mexico, right? And I'll say, who did Mexico steal the land from, right? And then those people, who did they steal the land from, right? And then those people back then, who did they steal, right? So the Aztec conquered the Maya, the Aztec and the Maya conquered the the it's like tribes just conquering tribes, So same thing with the with native tribes, the Apaches conquered the Navajo conquered the the Maricopa, the Maricopa conquered the Pima conquered So you just keep going back and forth. You just go in history, right? Humans conquering humans. It just depends on your skin color, right? So yeah. Stephanie says everything mentally health, cost of everything changed for the worse. And so, yeah, the pandemic was a big blow to the world, and I can see it here in America. Just a lot of mental health issues. Being indoors for so long, and the drugs went crazy. It's a trip, man. This hopefully we get out of the funk that we're in. Monica Hernandez, have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth. Kim Hansen loves squirrels. That's awesome. Dora Kate, what's going on? Whip It Art. I was wondering about Forgotten. So his real name is Robin. I saw the short. Looked a little less mad at the world. I wish him the best and pray he get help for. He's like, yeah. So that dude is stubborn, man. He is exactly he's exactly like his situation is exactly like Martin, except for his skin color and his attitude, right? So Martin was a black dude, but a really good attitude, like very respectful towards me. Like he was never angry at me or mean to me or disrespectful or in any way. So he wasn't sarcastic to me. This dude, Robin, Forgotten, you know, very mad at me, at the world. Everybody's full of crap to him, right? So it's really hard to, So how do you help somebody like that? That makes it hard to help, So yeah. Jackie Alvarado, how's Nick? I haven't heard from him. There's been a few there's been a few people that have reached out to me that want to help, but it's really hard. They want to help get a ticket for him to go back to Charlotte, North Carolina. But, I'll remind you guys, 2 years ago, we bought him a $350 ticket to go to Charlotte. Hey, Nick, I got you a ticket, man. We all came together to get you a ticket. It's tomorrow morning at like 9 or 10. Okay, I'll be here to pick you up. He's, oh, okay, dude, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be ready. I'm for sure gonna be ready. I go, he wasn't there. Like he didn't, So everybody, all the time, effort, money wasted, all that, So people kind of, I don't know if I want to, get burned again, So that's kind of the sentiment I'm gathering from people. Danielle Williams is packing. Packing. Where are you going, Danielle Williams? Screech, did you ever see him again after that? After the the bus ticket he didn't show up to? Yeah, I did. Michelle Barzik, is that how you say it? Dorothy Zabornak says, saw one of your shorts where you pose a question if our children should have to walk past this on their way to school, was she trying to hit you with that boot? Yeah, she was actually. She threw a boot at me. Poor thing, mentally gone, just gone. Didn't want to talk. It was really hard to communicate with her. Um, it'd be. how would she react with little students walking past her, right? So it's really sad. Jackie Alvarado, I completely understand. Thank you for all you do. You could only do so much. Yeah. Could lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? I can't make Carla go to treatment. I can't make her. She has to want to go to treatment. You know, forcing her would be illegal. Like it's a crime in Arizona. Can't force people to do something they don't want to do. You can get in trouble. So it's really sad. Kim Hansen says it took me 2 nights in jail to smarten up. Awesome, Kim. Carla was in jail for 30 days and she didn't smarten up. It didn't. The first day she got out, she went smoking again. Damn. So she was clean for what? 20, she said 28 days clean, sober. The first day she gets out, she goes back to that world. Damn. Wow. It's really sad. That sucked when she said that, you know? Jenny Lee says treatment is scary. She has to be completely willing and ready. Yeah, you're right. Kim Hansen says no more drinking for me. I live in my rig. Awesome. Stephanie says personally, I think drug charges should require forced treatment, but that's an unpopular opinion. No, I agree with you, Stephanie. Uh, so what they should have done, like common sense would be okay. We're the jailers. You're in jail, Carla. We know you're addicted to blues. We know you're an addict. Um, while you're here for 30 days, we're going to give you treatment. We're going to put you through a program, right? And we're going to release you on a condition that keep going to treatment. If not, we're going to arrest you for 2 months next time, for 6 months next time. You know, our system is messed up because we house when we arrest them, we just house them. They're not doing shit in jail. They're not doing anything. So if they're already there and you know they're addicted, have them do something, right? Addicted, have them go through a program, have them try to complete meetings, try to have them learn coping skills, try to we'll let you go out early if you complete this program, but we just house them. They're just like bodies in jail. They should be doing something productive that's going to help them, right? Because when they get out of jail, they didn't get any help. They didn't do anything, so they just go. It's like a cycle. They just go back to the same thing. They got arrested, released, arrested, released, arrested, released. It's a trip. Chico from Phoenix, what is going on? How are you, Chico? What's happening? Kentucky has that. It's called drug court. We need that. Drug court should be nationwide. Every state, every city should have that. Why don't we have it? Why doesn't Phoenix have it? I don't know. Are some politicians smarter than other politicians? I don't know. It's just weird. Jenny Lee says Norway has an amazing jail system. It's all about rehabilitation. Yeah, we need to rehabilitate people when they go into jail, right? Rehabilitate, not just incarcerate and house people, right? Like if they're cattle, like we need to give them skills that they can when they get out, they need to have skills so they can put those skills to use for work, for rehabilitation, for treatment, for sobriety, for family, how to be a father, how to be a mother, right? And how to build your credit, how to open up a bank account, how to drive. There's people that don't know how to drive. There's people a face doesn't know how to drive. Carla has never driven a car. She's 21, never driven a car. Face never driven a car. It's like 50 some years old, 55, 56. He's never driven a car because he was locked up. He was housed instead of like them teaching him skills that they could use when he gets out. They didn't teach him anything. Crazy. Nikki When says the president of El Salvador, I always forget his name. I can't pronounce it. He has a weird name. Works prisoners hard. They are rebuilding their country. Yeah, yeah. I've heard of that guy. He's doing good things. So yeah, but then his constitution is different than our constitution. So Kathy says, I agree. Art, they can't just go back to the streets and stay sober or clean most of the time. Yeah, it's a cycle. Cycle. Dora Kate, what is going on? How's your LSU Tiger, Dora Kate? How's he doing? Is he gonna be a senior or what? I'm drinking Dutch Bros. Damn, what's it called? Dutch Bros Rebel Vampire Slayer Rebel with sweet cream. That's what I'm drinking. Luke Dorado says in Austria, when an addict gets to jail, they at least get medication like Subutex that should lead to sobriety. Here, damn, I think they give them Tylenol and water. That's it. Tylenol and water. So weird, man. We're so backwards. I don't get it. I don't get it. Internet days. I heard Mexico forces you into rehab. Anyone know if that's true? That's 100% true. So so when the cart it, so the government allows treatment centers to round up addicts. If you're addicted to something, they see you, right? You're homeless. They just grab you, throw you in the van, and they take you to a treatment center, and you're kind of like a prisoner. They don't treat you like a prisoner, like abuse you. They give you skills and stuff, right? I've interviewed people that have been down there. I've interviewed people. I've interviewed a few people that I've interviewed them here in Phoenix, and then their family took them to Mexico, and they were there for 6 months or a year. I can't remember her name. Oh, gosh, what is her name? She was young, 21, 22. Uh, Audie, Audie, Audi, Audie. She went to that for like 3 months or 6 months, and then but she relapsed, and then I forgot his name. Gosh, I forgot his name. Uh, Ram. I interviewed him, and his mom found him, took him to Mexico, and he's doing better. I think he's working at Jack in the Box in Phoenix. So yeah, forced treatment, so they force them. You're not going in here. You're going to stay in here for a year. So better embrace it. What a trip. Bad sport for life is going to try Dutch Bros. Do it. Kim Hansen says Dutch Bros is Oregon homegrown. Awesome. Here in Albuquerque, the National Guard had to come to clear it out. Wow, it's that bad. So the governor is the one that's able to. The governor of the state is able to activate. Um, the governor or the president of the United States are the only two that can activate National Guard troops when they see fit to do so. So if they activated the National Guard military presence in the civilian world, damn, that's I'm surprised I haven't heard about it because that's like kind of serious because they the Constitution tries to separate the military from civilian world because that's you don't want those two mixing because that's bad. So it's interesting. Nemesis Dawn, mental illness for most of them, drug addiction is the coping mechanism. Yep, you're right, Nemesis. Nikki, when we went, we went. Well, I'm sorry. We sent my nephew to Mexico for rehab. Best thing ever. Couldn't just leave AMA, which is against medical advice. Yeah, they can't leave. Like you're not leaving. Like this is like a jail, but we're gonna treat you with dignity, respect, and we're gonna give you skills. The mom of Ram would send me pictures of him like in Bible study, and the ones in Mexico are like Christian based. So they teach him how to pray, they teach him about God, they teach him about church stuff, but coping skills, life skills, all that stuff for like 6 months, a year. And you know what? I've inquired like how much does it cost? How much can you afford? If you can only afford $300, we'll take it. If you can afford $500, we'll take it because we use that money to house and food and all that stuff. So, you know, uh, I'm gonna have to ask my mom, hey, mom, do you want me to kidnap, my brother and take him to Mexico? And, so Nikki Wen says 3 years clean and sober. That's awesome. Congratulations to your nephew. Kathy says my brother took every length to help his kids, even made them stay with him 24 hours a day. It did not work. He buried both my nieces. Gosh, he lost both daughters. Man, my condolences. That's sad. Kim Hansen, we are close to suspending the habeas um, habeas corpus, right? This country is effed. This country is not effed. And this country is going to be A-OK, guaranteed. Um, speaking of face, he wrote me a letter. He is in treatment center in Tucson, and he wrote me a letter, and I'm gonna read it to you guys probably tomorrow or something. Next time I go live, remind me to pull out Face's letter. So it's like a 2-page letter. It kind of gives us an update. So I need to write him back. So I thought that was really cool that he wrote me a letter. So that's really good. I've been knowing Face for what 2 years now, interviewing him. Remember, I took him to 3 sessions to get the laser tattoo to remove the all the face tattoos, right? And then he went back. He went back to that life, that world. But he says he's in Tucson in a treatment center. He wants to get better, and he wrote me a letter. So I love having connection with people, right? Carla reaches out to me, Migs reaches out to me. They want to keep us informed on how they're doing, and they know they have people here praying for them, supporting them, wishing them well. So I love it. Ashley, have a good night. Sylvia Zaraswa. Art, do you think for Carla it's difficult because it seems like she doesn't have family support? Her family is very broken. Sylvia Zaraswa, you're absolutely 100% correct. Um, it sounds like she never had a father, and her mother was not really home. Not the best relationships with men. Um, uh, and so there was no father figure, no guidance, no support. So that's probably why she trauma bonded with Migs so readily, so quickly, right? Because oh, here's a male that's going to protect me. He's going to push me in a shopping cart. He's going to, push me. He's going to, pull me on his bike. I don't have to work. I'm going to be taken care of finally, right? So, so that's what happens when men don't participate in the upbringing of children. So sad. Daniela, hi Art. Hope you're doing well. When are you planning interviewing Trinity again? Trinity. Oh, Trinity, is that the one recent Trinity? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. She's 20 years old. Yeah, 20 years old, right? I'm not sure. We'll see if I see her again. Trinity 20, because I've interviewed two Trinities. But yeah, I hopefully I talk to her soon. Hopefully I talk to her soon. Jay Wilder, I'd like to save some of these ladies. I own houses on beach. I need cleaners, but I've tried here and can't help the ladies that still want to live the style and not change. You guys wouldn't imagine how many messages I get on social media on all platforms that say, "Hey, my name is John, and I have an empty room. Can you tell me Carla's number so that I can call her and tell her to come over here? Me and my wife would like to help her." I get tons of those messages, right? They never want to help out a man. Nobody wants to help out forgotten. No, they're men. It's always women, younger women, right? So it's really sad, man. That's not cool to do that, right? These people are already vulnerable, and they're not thinking about romance or relationships, man. They're trying to defeat death every day. So it's just it's kind of sad, very pathetic if you ask me. Every day on social media, I get messages from random men. Hey, I went to school with this girl. Can you tell me where she's at so I can go help her? Help her. It's always the girls. It's never it's never dudes ever. Tab, what is going on? Tab, how are you? Sylvia says, on the other hand, Migs seems to have strong family support, uncles, aunts. Yeah, yeah, you're right. There's a big difference, right? Big difference. Um, um, Big difference in support. Like Carla has brothers, but they're all under 24, 25. Um, you know, yeah, no support. Her mom is in Mexico. She got deported 5 years ago. Mig's mom just got deported a couple weeks ago. She got deported, so from Phoenix. She's gone. So sad, man. Cut my hair today. I'm happy. Jenny Lee says having family friends help when getting sober is a must-have. Absolutely, Jenny Lee. Nemesis Dawn says it's depressing indeed. Yes. You know who I miss? I miss Jessica. I miss talking to Jessica because she's so cool, to talk to, so interesting. Kim Hansen, separating family is wrong. Kim Hansen, if let's say Kim Hansen has, five kids, right? Your 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, a little baby. If you're drinking and driving and you hit somebody, right? or and you to hit and run, you're drunk driving, you get arrested, you're going to go to jail, and your children are going to go to DCS, the Department of Child Safety. You're going to be separated from your family because you broke a law, right? So is that family separation? Susan, what is going on? How are you? Lots of sadness lately. Yes. Very, yeah, very, very sad, man. It really is, sad, but life goes on. We have to continue to live and honor these people. I'll never forget Blake. I'll never forget Martin. I'll never forget Gabby. I'll never forget Celeste. Like, I'm gonna carry their spirit, their memory in me, right? I do this all the time when I drive. That was a spot. The first time I interviewed Blake was right there. The first time I interviewed Martin, it was right there. And now I got to add um, Celeste. The last time, the first time I interviewed Celeste, it was right there. So that's kind of my way of honoring them. So Kim Hansen, I had two. So you had two kids when you were separated from your kids because you committed a crime. So that was family separation. You decided to commit a crime, and the government separated you from your family because of your poor decisions. Same thing with immigration, right? It's the same exact thing. You have to follow the law, and you won't have issues. So you can't separate them. It's the same thing. Daisy Delgado. God, I haven't heard that name in a long time. What's going on, Daisy? I'm glad you help protect them as well. Yeah, I mean they're part of the big lit family. Like this, we're their voice. We speak for Carla, for Migs, for Celeste, for Blake, for Martin. We speak for them. We pray for them. We try to help them. We give them food. We give them water. We help them as much as possible, right? But ultimately, they have to help themselves. They have to, they have to help themselves. Taz said, I had a male hotel keeper recently. Most of the staff was male. Wow. Do you have dogs? I have five dogs, five of them, five of the little suckers. They're behaving right now. They're like very quiet. I should get them. You guys want to see my dogs? You haven't seen them in a while. Phoebe, Phoebe. Phoebe, come here. Come here, Phoebe. What's her name? Look, look. They're talking to you. You're breasting. Her breast smells like Doritos. Tab. Daisy. Yes. Tab. Good job. Phoebe. Phoebe, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Here's the mom. Here's the mama. They're kind of like twins, aren't they? A little bit. They just got groomed like on Wednesday. They got groomed, so they're a lot cuter when they're groomed. So this is the mom, Phoebe. This is the youngest, um, Daisy. So you guys want to see the boys? Come here. Phoebe, there, Phoebe. There. Phoebe. Stop. Stop. Hey. Daisy. Daisy. Have to bribe them. Have to bribe them with these suckers. Come here. Come here. Oh. You guys are bad. This one is. Which one is this one? Let me see. Hey. This one is Theodore. And Milo is outside because I took him outside, and when I was coming back in, Milo didn't want to come inside, so I left him outside. So bad boys. Sylvia Zaraswa, Art, there seems to be a lot of hit and runs in Phoenix. Why do you think that is? So Phoenix, there's lots of cars in Phoenix. We have like we have like I don't know 1.5 million, 2 million people in metropolitan Phoenix. Phoenix is very spread out, very spread out. You know, you have to have a car. So everybody has a car or multiple cars at home. And so lots of cars, a lot of congestion, everybody's in a hurry. Lots of people smoking blues at all time of the day, right? Night, morning, and they're stumbling into traffic. They're high as hell. So it's a combination of all that stuff. You know, it's like the perfect storm for that. So it's really sad. Kathy, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Soulshine, what is going on? How are you? Soulshine is working. Alicia Delgado says, "Oh no, my guy Chowini." That is funny, Chowini. Gertrude Perchensky, and a lot of people don't have car insurance. Yeah, with inflation high, food high, people losing their jobs. You know, do you want to eat, feed your family, or pay for insurance? Right, something a non-tangible product. Right, you can't touch it, can't feel it. You need to have it, but people are going to spend money on food instead of insurance. When in times like this, when times are tough, insurance gets canceled a lot, because of non-payment. So sad. Be careful driving out there, because how many How many cars around you don't have insurance? Sad. Nocturna, boop. What's going on? How are you? I love that name, Chowini. That's a chow and a wiener dog, or what? Chowini. What kind of dog do you have? Chowini. That's funny. Loretta Galvan, all the way in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Burke, are you near the war zone, Loretta? Come here, Phoebe. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Get Phoebe. Hey, stop. 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 Phoebe. Dang, Phoebe, man. Go ahead and eat it. It's okay. You already took it out of my hand. Just eat it. I know it's there. I know you took it away from me. Just eat it. She's drooling on me. Hey, you're drooling on me, man. Just eat it. Phoebe, she's literally drooling on me. Hey, just eat it. It's okay. I know it's in your mouth. Wow. Bad boy. Here. She's very sweet, but annoying sometimes. Stop. 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 Say hi. Say hi to your boyfriend, the Chowini. What's his name, Alicia? The Chowini. Do you brush your doggy's tooth? Yeah, only one tooth though, because it's 5 dogs. That's 5 tooths that I brush. Kathy says you're a great fur baby dad art. Thank you. I've learned a lot of patience with these dogs. Be patient with these dogs. Be patient. Because they're tough. Pamela Senna, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Canelo and Canella. I'm like, Jessica, do you have dogs? Yeah. How many? 2. What are their names? Canelo, Canella. What are their names? Canelo, Canella. Did you ever meet Canelo, Canella? Huh? What's her breed? So she's a Lapso Maltese. Lapso Maltese. And the dad, Milo, is Bashan Shih Tzu. Bashan Shih Tzu. Yeah. Licking the neck. She's licking the salt off my neck. She's trying to suck the brown off my neck. Hey, behave. That's it. No more snacks for you, buddy. Stop. Shh. Teddy bear. Yeah, that's a teddy bear. A Shih Tzu and Bashan. When you mix them together, it's a teddy bear. That he's called a teddy bear breed. Rachel Berry. Excuse me. Can I get a bag? Excuse me. So Phoebe is like a big time licker. Like she'll lick anything. She's just a licker. She likes toes, fingers, your elbow, crusty stuff. So she's just She's the only one that's like that. She's the only one. Daisy's kind of like that, but not as much as this one. I miss Jessica Honey Buns. I miss her. Hopefully she's okay wherever she's at, man. But I think I'll run into her one day. Watch. I'll let you guys know. Hey Jessica, what's going on? How you been? Japanese Ninja, hello. What is going on? Phoebe is the mom. Yeah, Phoebe is the mom. Milo's the dad. Phoebe is a Lapso Latisse, which is Lapso Maltese. That's her combination. The dad, Milo, is what I say? Bashan Shih Tzu, which is a teddy bear breed. She's the oldest. She's gonna be 4 years old soon. So she's the oldest, the more mature. So definitely a professional licker for sure. How many licks does it take to get to sent to the center of a Tootsie Lollipop? Do you guys remember? Anybody remember that commercial? Anybody remember that commercial back in the 80s? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll sucker, popsicle? I can't remember what. And then the owl like goes like this, licks it, and then bites it 2 times. two, two, 2 bites. It's funny. Teresa Cud remembers. That's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 3. Lapso and what? Pekingese makes Shih Tzu. I didn't know that. Tab, what is your dog? What breed is it? Tab has a cute dog. Tootsie Pop. Gertrude says, "Yep, I remember." Gertrude remembers. Tab, yours is a Lapso, really? Wow, that's so cool. So Phoebe is like a big dog, like a bigger Lapso. I wish they were smaller. So let's see. I'm gonna try to find the article for you guys. Stop. Stop. Oh, they say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too. Okay, so a woman was hit by a car and killed. Police are asking for help finding the driver. 32-year-old Celeste Gomez was killed in a hit and run in Phoenix on Tuesday night. Police are now asking for help finding the driver. 2 days after a woman was killed in a hit and run in West Phoenix, police are asking for help finding the driver who hit her. Police said 32-year-old Celeste Gomez died after being hit by a car near 30th Avenue in Van Buren at about 10 p.m. on May 27th. The department said Gomez was crossing the road and wasn't in a crosswalk when she was hit by a car headed west on Van Buren Street. The car then continued driving west and fled the scene of the crash. a picture of the car from nearby security camera is below. So I'm gonna zoom it. Okay, so that's the vehicle. That's the vehicle, a truck, a blue old 80s, 90s Ford or Chevy. I mean, it's too blurry, too grainy to really tell what model, but that's the vehicle that killed that that hit that killed her basically. So that's sad. That's not the best picture, man. They should get more pictures, you know. So Arizona police are asking for anyone with information on the hit and run. Call silent witness. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a reward of up to $2,000. So rest in peace, Celeste. Rest in peace. They're hopefully they'll be finding you, you're the perpetrator soon. Gertrude says, I just had to put my 130-pound mastiff down. She was 12 years old, an old girl, very loved and missed. Man, my condolences for the loss of your baby, Gertrude. That's sad. Nicole Lunsberry, what's going on? How are you? So, anyways, gang, I'm out here. Thanks for hanging out with me for an hour and 30 minutes. I have to go take care of the dogs. I'm gonna take a shower. But yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long week, a lot of work. So I'm gonna give you guys some balloons. Susan Galteri also has 5 dogs. Very cool. It's not easy, right? I'm gonna give you guys some confetti. I'll give you guys some fireworks. You guys ready to get lazed? About to laze you. Not glaze you, laze you, okay? What else? Oh, I'm gonna give you guys some love. Check it out. You guys have a good night. Brush your tooth, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.